Hello and welcome to the Autocar Show. Now, GM has been a company that we've sort of forgotten about for a long while. They've had a strong set of products in the Indian market, but really haven't been able to make those inroads. And of late, they've taken a dip. Well, they're talking about a renewed focus, and I'm here in Detroit to find out a lot more about what they want to do in India, what they're planning for the Indian market, and of course, take a look at the upcoming new product, the 2016 Chevrolet Cruze. It's larger, it's lighter, it's going to get a new set of engines, and of course, as you can see, the looks are radically different. In fact, I quite like it. It's a stunning looking car, proportions are great. There's a lot that's new on the inside. We're not going to get to drive it, but we can get a closer look. The new Cruze will definitely draw your attention with its chiseled lines. The front styling is particularly eye-catching, with the two-part grille that has a sharp crease in the center. Everything from the crease on the V-shaped bonnet to the sections on the side of the bumper seem to converge down to this central fold, drawing your eyes to the front of this car. The fogs are housed in the lower half of the two heavily sculpted niches on the side of the bumper. The front is now very similar to the newer Corvettes and Camaros from this family. The entire car has a lot of character and shadow lines and curves, giving it a very sporty air. And the rear carries a short boot lid with a two-part tail lamp. The roofline seems to meld into this boot, giving it almost a coupe-like look. Its looks will definitely entice customers, but it has to have more to hold their interest. So the interiors of the new Chevrolet Cruze actually look really nice. Very refreshingly new, more modern. It's got this nice flowing line to the dashboard. Meters and dials, sharp, crystal clear, steering wheel with all the controls. You've got a touchscreen with a load of apps. The one here in North America has 4G connectivity and of course Apple CarPlay and Android connectivity as well. I don't know if that will come through to India. Let's hope it does, because those are the things of the future that we really look forward to. And everything looks premium. Though the cabin that greeted us felt premium enough, there definitely will be a toned-down version for India. The leather on the dash we suspect will give way to plastics, and though we do expect Chevy to pack it with features going by what we saw on the US cars, all of the ones we saw may not make it. However, a localized version of the OnStar for Wi-Fi connectivity could be an offering on higher variants. So they promised us more space, that this car was larger, and it does have more space. In fact, quite a lot more here in the back seat. There's lots more legroom than before. And the sloping roofline may lead you to think that headroom could be a bit tight inside the car, but I have to say they've done a good job. The H point is quite low. The roof is scooped out over here, so it makes place for larger size passengers, and I don't think headroom will be a problem. The floorboard is quite flat. The central console doesn't really intrude into it, so the third passenger will be comfortable as well in this back seat. Now, of course, there are no AC vents here for the North American version, but I think in India, we would definitely get them. The car has increased its overall dimensions. It's up by 69 millimeters on length, and 15 millimeters of that is in the wheelbase. Also, to ensure that extra headroom for the rear passengers, the seats themselves are set a bit low, so getting in can be a bit of a dip. But once you're inside them and seated, the seats themselves are good. The front seats too are well contoured and offer good support. So whether it's behind the wheel or in the back seat, all the passengers will be comfortable. But for those who prefer to be behind the wheel, there are more changes under the hood too. The all-new Cruze is likely to come to India with two new engine options. The 2-liter diesel will be replaced by a smaller, state-of-the-art 1.6-liter variable geometry turbo diesel, which features the latest fuel injection tech and new low-friction components. There will also be a petrol option, a first for Chevrolet in India, the Ecotec 1.4 turbo petrol with direct injection developing 153 bhp and 24.47 kgm of torque. Well, with a new chassis that's 20% stiffer and 100 kg shaved off the weight, we expect the car to have good dynamics and performance. But we will have to test those when the Cruze comes to India late 2016, early 2017. There's no doubt that the new Cruze is way ahead of its predecessor and has immense potential. But GM have a lot of work cut out for them to resurrect the brand in our market. This car can turn it around for them given the right platform. Well, we got a chance at the night of the launch to catch up with top officials from GM to find out what they have planned for the brand in India.
two things I would say. Number one is we are absolutely committed to India, and we are absolutely committed to being a player in that market. I would not disagree with you that we are a very, very small player today, and we have a lot of work to do, but a huge opportunity, because I do believe that India is going to be one of the growth markets. What you see is this commitment I showed you today, this framework of the product commitment. That is going to be no different to products we bring to India than products we bring to the US or to Brazil. So that commitment to being, a real leader in design, a leader in performance, a leader in connectivity, we're going to deliver upon that. And so there's a lot of work to be done in India, but it is a huge opportunity. And as I said, we are absolutely committed to the Indian market.
Well, they have the product, they have the will. Now GM have to come up with a concerted plan to make it all work.